Hey, it's TaxQuips time from TaxMama.com. Today, TaxMama hears from Cathy in the TaxQuips Forum with this question. Are taxpayers required to file Form 982 when their principal residence is foreclosed on? If so, would they check off Part 1, 1E, Discharge of Qualified Principal Indebtedness? If the cancellation of debt for a foreclosure is a principal residence, attributes don't become part of the equation, right? Well, Cathy, I would recommend you use Form 982 to either show why the foreclosure is not taxable or to reduce the tax attributes for cancellation of debt or to indicate just how much of that canceled debt is taxable. The fact that this is a principal residence doesn't mean there's no cancellation of debt income. Thanks to the Mortgage Debt Relief Act of 2007, to avoid facing those additional taxes, the debt being canceled has to be 1, the original loan on the home, not refinanced. 2, if refinanced, it must be acquisition debt. In other words, no more than the original loan balance. In other words, the homeowner must have paid the new points and lending fees out of pocket, which rarely happens. Or it must be a non-recourse loan. Otherwise, the homeowner may find themselves facing cancellation of debt income. We've talked about this several times before, and IRS explains it on this page. Here's a link to it. And yes, reduction of attributes does come into play even on personal residences. When you use insolvency to avoid some of the cancellation of debt income, you're also going to reduce tax attributes and/or basis of assets up to the amount of canceled debt that isn't taxed. Incidentally, I have no idea what line to check on Form 982. You have to look at each case individually. Certainly, if the mortgage debt has been refinanced and is not qualified principal residence indebtedness, you won't say that it is, right? It's complicated, really it is. And remember, you can find answers to all kinds of questions about foreclosures, canceled debt, and other tax issues free. Where? Where else? At TaxMama.com.